It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Denver Broncos, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the capital city of Colorado. Welcome to Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We are about set for kickoff. Greg, talking to the coaches all week. We're so curious to see what's going to play out here at the start of this one.
And ideally, I think each of these teams is thinking, okay, we think this is how the game's going to unfold. This is our plan. This is how we're going to go attack. And if that's the case, great. But very rarely does that happen, Mike. So it's really the team that makes the best adjustments in real time, in between possessions, in between snaps. The team that adjusts the fastest and the most efficiently, they're the ones that come the end of the game, they tend to have the advantage.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
You hear people talk about it all the time, and it's especially true, Mike, for young rookie quarterbacks, is just the speed of the game. They had a lot of success in college. They were probably the best player on their team, but just everything is faster. Everything happens with a little more urgency. The quarterbacks at the young age that can make that transition the quickest, everything else then tends to slow down.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Second down, Nix. He's got it to tight end, Adam Troutman. A pickup there of 19 yards. First down, Broncos.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
Nix now to throw it here on first down. He'll find his tight end. That's Troutman.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. He'll drop this down to Williams. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. So it'll bring up 4th down. On now, it's Will Lutz to try the field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So out comes the Kansas City offense to take over for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
I'll tell you what, Mike, we have a blast every week doing this, but when we get our assignments and we see this guy on deck, it just gets a little bit more special. I mean, to witness firsthand one of the greatest, one of the most transcendent players of all time at the quarterback position, you just know when he's on the field, you're likely to witness something special. And needless to say, I think we're all pretty excited for this one.
Throwing to get things started is Mahomes. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. That's Travis Kelce. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often. So that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Third and 9. To throw is Mahomes. Out quickly here to Worthy. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Broncos offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score. as they start again with a first down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Quick throw here is complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's Nix to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try to run for it with Williams. On 4th down, the Broncos send out Riley Dixon to punt. A fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And a short pickup there to about the 18. Second down and 8. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice play there by Xavier Worthy. And if I'm a defensive coordinator around the league, and I'm thinking to myself, Mike, how do I stop this Chiefs offense? How do I stop Mahomes and Kelsey? Well, they just add a wide receiver that has the fastest 40-yard dash time in the history of the NFL Combine. I mean, the ability to take the top off, the ability to make those secondary players play that much deeper and open up everything else underneath. When he gets up and running and he really finds his groove in this league, this scary offense just got a little bit scarier.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second and a yard. Right back to the air for Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. Two minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Greg and I return to Denver after this. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal. Mahomes now to throw again. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They put Kelsey in motion. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. And he'll take it on in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, KC.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs move out to a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Traymon Smith on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw is Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Now Nick's going to look to throw. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw is Nix. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Brian Cook there defensively to knock that one away.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Nix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Throwing, Nix, and he's in. Adam Troutman, touchdown Broncos. Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Broncos are on top. It's now 10-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. It finds the hands of Marquise Brown. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Patrick to throw. Right back to Brown. He's got it again. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They put Kelce in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And as expected, this one's not going to get there. It's no good. So we come to halftime here in Denver, and the Broncos are out in front as we send you to Orlando. Going to check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Now, Mahomes. Looking middle. He's got Kelce. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Nice job there by Kelce moving the chains. And to think he's in his 12th season, Mike, and he's able to continue to produce at such a high level, you can make an argument he's one of the most popular guys in the entire league, and he's still one of the best players regardless of position.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He's got a receiver wide open, left side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
First and 10 for Mahomes. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On the ground, here's Samaje Perine. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
3rd and a yard. Mahomes back. He connects with Gray on that one. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins. 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. To the outside, hauled in by Sutton.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He goes right back to Sutton. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw. It's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Play action now. It's Nix. He connects with Mims. And will move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Adam Troutman, touchdown Denver. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. The kick by Lutz is good. The Broncos go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. The Chiefs offense ready to get back at it. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, here's Patrick. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off the play fake. Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. To the air once more, it's Mahomes. He's got his tight end, it's Kelsey. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Here's 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. Mahomes now to throw again. Open man, it's Juju Smith-Schuster downfield. He is in. Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Kansas City. A huge touchdown there in the fourth quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense, and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll go play action with Nix. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. This one to the tight end, Troutman. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion. And then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second down, Nix. There's that man again, another catch. Now a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That one taken in by Burton. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Nix. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Nix. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
They'll try to run it with Williams. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. It is 2nd down and 5. They'll drop to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Over the middle, that's Kelsey. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Right back to the air from Mahomes. This one brought in by Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. They put Kelsey in motion. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So I still think there's plenty of time if they can get within shot of the end zone that they can go for a touchdown and try to win.
No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. On second down, Mahomes. Got a man over the middle, it's Worthy. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. This crowd, they're trying to force a false start. What noise before 3rd and inches. Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
Smith-Schuster, the man in motion. Mahomes on first down. Into the hands of Juju. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to potentially send us to overtime. So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one he's got to have. This one is on target, and it is good. They have tied things up here in the final minute.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late fourth, as the kickoff comes. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to win the game. Got the distance, and it's good. He knocks it through from long range. And that very likely will be a game winner. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st down. One last shot now for Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.